All right, welcome to this weekend market analysis. Of course, as usual, we're not going to waste much of time, so we'll just go straight to the point. Analyzing those pairs that we are sure, okay, at least based on our technical skills, that we are sure of the preferred directional biases, okay? All right, as usual, let's look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news announcements that are scheduled for this upcoming trading week. As you can see, we have some high impact news announcements here, and the highest of these high impact news announcements are the interest rate announcement. All right, for this one, affecting the New Zealand dollar across is the employment data coming from the Australian dollar axis. All right, at any rate, you want to pay attention to all of these high impact news announcements and ensure you are not caught up around the news release hour. Okay, Monday is all-day bank holiday for the Japanese yen, so you also want to pay attention to that. All right, now let's move on to the charts and conduct our analysis. Well, it has been an erratic market, so to speak. The price has been very inconsistent. As of last week, we got low volume market from Monday to Thursday, and we only saw price begin to move on Friday after the NFP. All right, so such market conditions are not really good enough for us to trade. All right, now looking into the euro against the American dollar, you can clearly see the price is sitting around just above that level of resistance that we talked about last week. And so while we are waiting for price to make a pullback, for us to look for buy entry from that zone, in the short term, that's like the daily in the daily time frame, we had also analyzed this where we talked about price coming down to somewhere in here for us to look for our buy entry. We also drew this counter trend line. All right, that price might be finding resistance around that zone, and you can see how price has remained stalled around that zone. The likelihood is that price is maybe going sideways. Okay, price may be going sideways. You may see price doing this kind of sideways bias, then again another push to the upside. So we are going to be following this very closely, especially with the 3 SMA trading strategy. You can see the first bounce slightly off the dynamic area of support in this case. So if we get another sideways price bias, okay, another sideways price bias, and the dynamic area of support and resistance catches up with price around here, now we get a breakout. Okay, breakout to the upside, well, we'll be happy to keep searching for trading opportunity in that direction. The optimal direction for the euro against the American dollar for us is to the upside. We are more interested in buy opportunities, long opportunities, than going short. All right, next one is Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Well, for some of these pairs, we just want to show you our preferred directional bias. Even though price has been sideways and in very thin market volume, you can see the individual candles themselves. Those candles are just too in fact, the market volume has been really thin, all right, for quite some days. We are very careful about going long. We are more interested in short opportunities in the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc, so we'll be looking for only short opportunities. We are not interested in long opportunities. Okay, why is that? Well, you can see in the weekly time frame there is a counter trend line right here. Okay, so price has been trading around resistance zone, and for us this is an area that we should begin to look for short entries to the downside. Okay, now let's move on to the next pair, the American dollar against Japanese yen. Well, again, you can see we actually took a trade here and closed it out at a break-even position. Well, price is struggling around that level. That level here is now resistance. It acted as support here, as another support, and now it is acting as resistance. Our expectation is the price will come down. Well, with much hesitation in the daily time frame, we had this type of pattern. Okay, as soon as we analyzed and discovered that price might be in a channel, and chances are that price will move up to that area before it could come back down. We decided to close the trade out at a break-even position. Well, if you're still holding the trade, the worst that can happen is for price to come somewhere in here, and from there on it will come back down. Where our best directional bias for the American dollar against Japanese yen is to the downside. We will give more preference to short opportunities than long opportunities. Okay, so we are of course bearish, and we'll be searching for short entries. All right, next one is the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. The Swiss franc remains very strong, and it's good to take advantage of that. And so in the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, our preferred directional bias is to the upside. We will keep searching for long opportunities, even though the market has been very erratic and not giving valid entry points. We will just keep following and searching for valid opportunities. As you can see in the weekly time frame here, this is a good level of former resistance. It has now been taken out. If price can make a pullback that soon, we'll be looking for our buy entries in the Swiss franc against Japanese yen. Of course, it looks as price might be it might be very difficult for price to make that pullback. That is what I am seeing here. We may have price move all the way to the next level of resistance in the monthly time frame. It is looking so bullish in the daily time frame, so bullish. Well, we'll be happy. Okay, we'll be happy to see that pullback to somewhere in here before we can go long. If it doesn't happen, well, we will not want to take the trade. Aggressive traders may just want to jump in right here, then look for some buy opportunities, but we will not, even though we have the clear green light that prices are bullish. We need the trading strategy to call for an entry. Right, next one is the euro against the Australian dollar. Again, I just want to let you know that our preferred direction here is still to the upside, even though price is trading around resistance zone. All right, resistance there, resistance here. We will give preference to buy opportunities than being short. This pair is bullish, and we'll be searching for only long entries. Of course, you know, if you want to know when we get into ready trade, feel absolutely free to join the signal service, and of course, as we take the trades, we will let you know. So our preferred directional bias for the euro against Australian dollar is to the upside. We are bullish, and we'll keep searching for long opportunities. All right, the New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. We closed this trade out as well at for some small profit. Our preferred directional bias is also to the downside. We expect price to begin to move to the downside, even though we got lots of hesitation and thin market volume in the daily time frame. You can see the type of price behavior. This pair is still bearish, and we'll be searching for only short opportunities. All right, let's look into the other pairs that we got involved. The New Zealand dollar against Japanese yen. We got involved here for 2 weeks now. All right, 2 weeks. You can see the market volume is just too thin. You can see how price has been behaving here. Let me zoom in. All right, so see the market volume, really thin market volume. Well, we are hopeful that this upcoming trading week will see more pushes to the downside, at least to this level right here, which may act as support. So let's see if we can get this profit. All right, if we can get that, let's be very confident in holding trade. In the daily time frame, we have a rising level of support. All right, I'm not sure you can see this one here. We have a rising level of support. Let's see if next week price comes to somewhere in here. We'll be monitoring price in real time to either close the trade or wait for it to pull through. Okay, so we are still bearish. Our directional bias in the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen is to the downside. Okay, finally the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. Again, we are bearish here. We took a trade here last week. We are sitting in some small profit. We expect that price will come back down, at least to retest this level of support. The market volume was not encouraging. The performance was a bit low. Price actually reacted off this counter trend line. All right, counter trend line. They have found resistance there, so we are looking for price to go down. Once price hits somewhere around in here, we are going to cash out our first profit target. So we'll be waiting and watching to see if we can find that valid entry. In the 4 hours time frame, you can see a flat bottom triangle, right? More of a flat bottom triangle. If that triangle gives way to the downside, we'll look for more entries in this pair, Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. So if we find more entries, of course, we will take the trades. What I am anticipating is that the market is going to open. We may see a gap, all right, a market gap to the downside. That would be a nice thing for us. We are very optimistic that the directional bias is intact. Price is bearish. All right, thanks for watching. That's essentially all. You need to be patient, and we think this is the best time to bring some of you who have been asking for free trials. Nothing much is happening in the market. At any rate, we may be able to give you free trials. All right, you can join us for free at this time. Maybe we'll just keep you for some time so you can see how we do things, to see if it's your best fit or not. We may take 1 or 2 trades as the market continues to improve, but at some point, of course, we will have to disengage you once we have given you enough time for free trials. Okay, all right, so if you're interested in the free trials, simply contact me on the Telegram channel, and of course we will let you in at no cost, given the fact that markets right now are not at prices actually not at its best. Okay, so that is what we can do for you now. If you're interested, send me a private message and I'll see how we can get you on board. Thanks again. If you have questions or contributions, send them to us and we'll be very happy to respond to them. Do have a nice time and a profitable trading week ahead. Bye bye.